One of the biggest things that pisses me ass as a plumber is when a customer asks me, "Oh, what is the warranty on this?" And I'm just like, "What are you talking about?" And I get what they're trying to say, but when they're asking a warranty on something that I personally didn't manufacture, for example, there's a brand of water heater that every fucking plumber knows that, dude, at 2 months or 3 months after, you have problems. And the customer just reached out to me, and everyone knows it's the fucking thermal thing that goes off for the to light up the water heater. It always goes the pilot thermal pilot light, and it's something simple, right? You just go and fix it. If you're lucky, it'll fail within the warranty of what the manufacturer does it, but then you go and replace it. Also, they're not gonna go and cover the installation for you. They're not gonna pay my wages to go install it. They'll send you the part, but they'll be like, "Oh yeah, here, take care of it." Or unless you're a Karen or you just don't want to pay for it, you got to hassle with them, and they're like, "Okay, well, we'll send someone to also replace the part, but it'll take 1 or 2 weeks or whenever we feel like it to come and fix that water heater." So it's kind of sucks when the customers are like warranty, because to me it's kind of a scam from a plumber perspective, because I see it as a scam because private equity always tries to sell you this stuff like called a warranty, and there's a bunch of like research that has been done on why companies like that brand them they make for it to fail. It's because then there's no business in making good things that last. For example, this fucking pipe wrench is 10, 11 years old. I have not bought in another 24 wrench because this is such a good tool that I don't need to go and buy. But every time I go and buy a Husky brand or a cheap pipe wrench, I have to buy it again and again. It rusted out, like common stuff. But this tool is made so good that I don't need to go and buy another one. That's why some of these wrenches are, fuck, I don't even know I don't even know the price of this thing. If I remember correctly, this is probably like $130 wrench now. Probably even more, maybe 200. I don't know. It's been 11 years since I got one of these. This is literally my first pipe wrench that I got. But what I'm trying to say is, when you make quality stuff, you don't get a customer. And then all these things, like it seems like even cars, brand new off the dealer, they fucking have problems because they want you to have all these, they make it enough so you have like 100,000 mile warranty. They make the stuff to fail like 110, 120, and they're like, "Well, you're out of warranty." And just like this water heater, it's out of warranty. And then I tell them, "Look, we can spend some money on fixing it, but in reality, it's kind of a waste of money." And I hate being the sales type of person, because I was like, dude, I've been down this road where, yeah, we could go ahead and fix the water heater. We'll do it. We'll put some money into it, and then 2 to 3 months, the fucking tank is rotted out and it's leaking again, and the customer's mad at me. And this is why sometimes I hate doing service, because then they try to say it's my fault. Like I did, like, you'll be surprised how many customers will be like, "It was working fine before you touched it." I was like, "Dude, I did not do nothing to it. Like, I actually fixed the issue. Remember, now this is a complete different issue." But then the magic word called warranty comes into play. They're like, "Well, you charged me all this money to come fix it, and now it's not working again." And I'm like, dude, I really, like, this is a whole different issue. But somehow it's my fault. And this is what pisses me off, because all these companies, they do these so-called warranties, and they sell a product, which I get it, because, for example, you get the big box water heater, it's priced at $700-800, and then I go and buy another water heater that's 40% more expensive, but I know the headaches that it doesn't give me recommending this product. There's like Bradford, I could probably say good things about Bradford White. Like, every time I install Bradford White, to this day, I have never gotten the call back that they're like, "Hey, the 40-gallon Bradford White that you installed has had a problem with the pilot light. It's leaking or something." I never had a problem. So I know that's like my go-to water heater. Sure, it's a little bit more expensive, but I never have fucking issues with that thing. And if I gotta run to Home Depot or some other big box store and get their water heater, within a year, sometimes they fail. Even if it's under warranty, it's like, dude, why would you go through the hassle of that? And if I install it, they're gonna be like, well, you installed it. I was like, yeah, but I didn't manufacture the water heater. And it makes me mad because I was like, there's nothing I did that was wrong. I'm not the manufacturer. I'm just the installer. So then you lose more money installing cheaper price. That's why I go. It's hard being a plumber right now because every time you go the cheap route, it costs you more money. For example, like I said, this is an 11-year wrench. It was worth the money before. It's still worth the money today, but I really don't know if it's worth the money today because the problem is companies like the bigger companies, they get bought out by private equity. Even the tool companies are all bought. They're all the same. And then I've been seeing it with Milwaukee too, where I never had the brand new fucking rotor hammers. They fucking suck now. This is where there's the one rotor hammer that it fails to this day. This bandsaw is the 5-year-old bandsaw. The new one sucks. The new one always breaks right fucking here, and it always closes. I actually like the older bandsaw because it actually works. And this is the shit that I talk about, where private equity goes and buys companies like this, and then they start upping the price and lowering the quality, and they try to put cheaper parts just so they could up their sales. And then later you're like, fuck this tool. This fucking tool that used to be a good brand in Milwaukee, now you're like, I'm leaning towards Hilti. Like, I'm looking at Hilti stuff. I'm like, damn, Hilti's badass. At some point, Milwaukee, because it got bought out by private equity, I'm not going to be buying Milwaukee stuff no more. Because I'm like, dude, it cost me more money having the tool this is like a $300 fucking tool right here. Plus the batteries, you're looking at $600-$700. And for it to fail, this hasn't failed me. This is actually a good one. But I'm talking about my rotor hammer. My rotor hammer has been to the repair shop like 3 to 4 times. My old rotor hammer was badass and never had a problem. And like I said, it's private equity buying these companies out and then trying to up the sales and make it more profitable, and then sell it to the next private equity company. And it's like, it's all the same fucking company. So you get the same piece of shit tools. And that's what happens with the water heater companies. It happens with every company that's built. They buy out the company. They do shitty quality, try to up their prices, and then, because like I said, it goes back to, I haven't bought a new wrench because there's literally no business in making quality stuff. And it kind of sucks because when you build something so good, you don't need to go buy one. An example, if this lasted 6 years, I probably wouldn't keep buying one, because I do have tools like this fucking tool. It's probably, fuck, I can't even recall how old this tool is. It's probably 7-8 years. But the new bandsaw, this thing is always fucking breaking. It's fucking annoying the hell out of me. I'm probably at a point where I'm just gonna weld that other one together, because I've done that before. But this always goes up. It just doesn't cut straight. And what was wrong with the old design? This thing is like 6-7 years old, and I prefer using the old one because the old one works. And that's what I said when I come. There's literally no money in making quality stuff. And when I hear the private equity companies are like, well, yeah, the other company told me warranty. There's warranty on this. Especially with PEX. Well, I've been reading it more and more where the failure points are. And I've been seeing on PEX, if you have a recirc line, you cannot go past 80 psi. So if your pressure regulator fails, and that's where I always see the leaks on the houses that have a dedicated recirc line and their pressure regulator failed. So if you're not constantly changing your pressure regulator every 4 or 5 years, even if it hasn't failed, when it does fail, then you create that leak. And I always see that on the hot water side, on older PEX, it always leaks on the hot. But I was like, why does it never leak on the cold? And it's because of that. If you go ahead and read, and you actually, that's another thing that pisses me off. No one actually installs to manufacture recommendations or manufacture the specifications. There you go. No one installs to manufacture its specification. No one really could cares. Everyone is just like with tankless water heaters. People tell people that, oh, if you buy a tankless water heater, you're gonna get instant hot water, and that's not the case. You're gonna get on demand hot water. And I see what's going on. It's like private equity just comes and buys a plumbing company, and all they give a fuck about is sales. All they invest is in sales and sales, and they do it not just to plumbing companies. Like I said, Milwaukee, I'm pretty disappointed in some of their products. I'm like, damn, this is a piece of shit product. But they do still got some good ones. But sometimes I'm like, damn, I think these guys just want me to go ahead and buy new ones, because literally, like I said, there's no money in making quality stuff, because people don't go and buy stuff because it's such a good quality product that there's no need to buy it. Like I said, I'd rather spend the good money on a good wrench. But then, like I said, this was made 11 years ago, so I can't even say if the quality is remained the same. Because what if they changed the metal? Because one of the biggest things is like one of the wrenches, they get rusted out. And this one does not have WD-40, which is badass. They'll get fucking frozen right here. And you would think like, hell yeah, Ridge badass. So I go ahead and buy a brand new Ridge, and then they change the formula on the metal, and then it rusts out. Because, like I said, because when they make such a fucking good quality product, that there's no money in making good stuff. And I don't know, because I haven't bought a brand new Ridge, if it does suck, but I know that's what happens. And that's what pisses me off with the word warranty. It's like, oh, what's the warranty? I was like, dude, like, if I install it right now, it should be good. But, you know, I'm not the manufacturer, so I can't really warranty the work. It's kind of weird to say. Most of the stuff I install, doesn't immediate fail, or I skip a step and it is my fault, then yeah, I'll go ahead and fix it. But when it comes to a complete failure, it really it's out of my control. And then it's like, and then you go back to the manufacturer, and then they do the little loopy loop where, hey, you gotta go do this. Well, yeah, we'll cover it, but we're only covering the part, and it's just a big fucking headache. Well, that's my opinion on the word warranty. It's like a little sales tactic that everyone uses. Like, there's warranty on this. I'm like, dude, it hasn't been that long. I don't think you can. How would you guys know it's gonna last that long, unless it's a proven product? And that's why I like to install stuff, because over time I'm like, yep, that's a badass product. I'll never install this product. Or I stay away from some products, because from my experience, I'm like, that one fails, that one doesn't fail. So that's how I know. But that's just my opinion on the word warranty.